If you're someone looking to begin e-commerce business or someone who already has one but has not yet considered India as a sourcing destination, you need to watch this. By the end of this video, you will know top 3 reasons why sourcing from India could be a game changer for your business. So stay tuned. I'm Kirti. Welcome to my channel. This is my first video and I am so excited. But before we dive into today's topic, do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a video every Thursday. I also have a Facebook, Instagram and Pinterest page dedicated to this. Do join if you would like best sourcing advice for your e-commerce business, particularly when sourcing from India. For an e-commerce business or for any business, what is really important? It is that you make profit, right? Most common mistake that e-commerce sellers are making these days is they are selling the exact same or similar popular products sourced from China that everyone else is selling. By doing this on a fiercely intense and competitive e-commerce platform, you can really get lost in the crowd, and if you're lucky, you may end up with big sales figure, but it will usually be at considerably lower profit margins. Bringing exclusivity to your offer, finding disruptive, one-of-a-kind products can help you stand out, because more than anything, what product you choose to sell is what will make a huge difference to your business. And this is where the importance of India comes in. The number one reason why you should source from India is that it is a hub of artisans, handicrafts, unique, sustainable, handmade products. Not only are the products exclusive, a lot of them are also handmade with value addition. There is more manual labor and time involved, giving the product a higher perceived value so they can be sold at higher costs with good margins. Selling a unique, low competition product with higher profit is definitely a better business strategy than selling a high competition, low margin product that is available all over the net. Each unique product will have an amazing history and an incredible cultural story behind it that you can weave around your products and make it more enticing for your customers. And if you're the enthusiastic, creative entrepreneur, there is no dearth of fascinating artistic pieces that you can handpick as well as customize as per your needs. And while you're buying, you're also providing support to unprivileged artisan working communities and helping in preserving the traditions. Also, India being a hub of natural fibers and sustainable handmade products, there is an additional side benefit. Since natural fibers, handcrafted, sustainable products are trending lately, your offer will be very much in line with latest trends. You can then promote and encourage a culture of reusing, upcycling if you're someone who does feel strongly about the environment. Comment below and give me a yes if sourcing from India sounds interesting and if you would like to give it a go. The second most important reason is lower minimum order quantities. When you're just starting out, you wouldn't want to invest in huge volumes and risk being stuck with huge inventory. This is another major advantage when you're buying from India. China is all about automated, large-scale, big money, big volume. Whereas in India, you can start with really small quantities and trial orders, which is particularly true for handmade items. Standard MOQ is 300 units, but you can even choose an assortment of products and buy really small quantities, even about 50 units per item, till the time you're meeting suppliers' minimum order value. Only exception could possibly be in some textile products where there is a technical constraint of minimum die lot. So achieving very low MOQ is difficult, but you will still be able to buy 150 units per item per colorway depending on the product. Thirdly, sourcing from India would also give you cost benefit. Considering the product, material used, and manual labor hours involved, the prices are likely to be very competitive compared to other manufacturing nations. This is primarily because, firstly, India is a strong production base for various fibers and materials, mostly natural. It has abundant natural resources, and with this direct access to raw materials and huge production capacity for materials, particularly cotton, jute, silk, wool, leather, linen, various varieties of wood, metals like silver, brass, aluminium, materials like marble, bamboo, seagrass, rattan, coir, products can be made at lower costs, making them available for you to buy at the best, most competitive prices. Also, India has abundant cheap labor. Labor cost in India is significantly lower compared to their Chinese counterpart. Not only that, there is a steep rise in labor cost in the last decade in China. High labor cost means you buy at a higher price, your landed costs are higher, and profit margin reduced. There are also no tariffs on the import of Indian products into the US. With US-China trade war, the tariffs imposed on import of Chinese products into the USA often mean raised production costs and higher prices of finished goods. There is no such tariff on Indian products, so the costs are lower. And if you're catering to the US market, then considering sourcing from India could definitely be beneficial. So choosing to diversify to India will give you the benefit of exclusive, premium quality products that can be bought in smaller volumes at cost-effective prices. And these reasons definitely make India worth giving a go. But a word of caution, unlike China, India doesn't manufacture everything. The range isn't that wide. There are only some specific products that it's really competitive at. Now that you know why you should consider India as a sourcing destination, what are these specific products that you can source from there? I have written a guide on the product categories and top hot products you can source from India. Do go ahead and download the guide using the link given below in the description. Also comment below and tell me which product would you like to source from India. Do join my Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest page where I share advice to help e-commerce entrepreneurs navigate the world of sourcing smoothly. If you like the video, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe and share with your friends. I'll see you in the next video.